State and certified through Office of Mental Health in New York State, and the Niagara County also is in conjunction. They're the ones who originally take the applications for our residents or potential residents, and then they review them, and then they send it to our intake department. But we're the only type of programs for mental health for residents that have a mental health diagnosis in Niagara County. So we're looking at that and maybe bringing in residents that don't have other options, and we're gonna think out of the box on what can we do that maybe keep them going a little bit more, or maybe they borderline fit our programs, but there's no other place for them for housing. We do transition residents from our respite and crisis centers, not just at Buffalo Lab, but from our youth divisions. And if they struggle maybe in one of our other programs, from rapid housing to supportive housing, and we like to get them restarted. We always say in our programs that it's a place for a new beginning for our residents and our staffs a lot of times as they come in. But and so we're very unique in that Niagara County, that we're the only type of programs, from the group homes to the TAP programs with the apartment settings. And so we're designing these service plans and helping guide them along. And some may not fit other places, and they don't want to go to Erie County where there might be a little more services. And so we're very unique and fortunate what we're able to do with a lot of residents. And we know people in the community. We have very good linkage with providers, which is a great advantage for us to help people. And they may know history of them and are trying to help them at getting into a program, or vice versa. Right. So that's a satisfying thing, as we see. It takes, we don't see results or progress instantly, but you look back in 6 months or a year and you're like, wow, look, you are cooking, that, right? Right. 6 months ago, you were afraid to turn on the frying pan, right. So those are all things that build over time, and eventually they're, move forward in some direction.
So you're watching Community Link. My name's Christian Hoffman. I'm the Vice President for Public Relations and Development at Community Missions. I'm joined today by our two administrators in our mental health housing programs. That's Wayne Helmbrich to my right, and then Tina Vermeer at Canal View to his right. So I want to mention a little bit about location, right, generally. So Niagara Falls is where you're based out of, and then North Tonawanda for you, Tina. And then we have our supportive housing, which is all over the county, right? So the scattered sites, that's all in Niagara Falls as well? Yeah,
our TAP program has off-site apartments. So those are generally Pine, Portage, Niagara, going toward Hyde Park. Most of them are there in that generalized location. Our landlords work with us on, make sure that, they're not really handicapped. They all have to be at a certain functioning level of being in our program, where they should be able to have the basics of understanding other medications, or be able to menu plan at least to the basic fundamentals. Where the group homes were a little different, like Hanson House, they may not even know how to shop, and that's something that we'll work toward. But in our program, and when they go to the offsite program, and they need to be a little more independent, so it's another level that they progress to, and they're working toward that. A lot of them want to live out there and be more. They want to be more independent, and they want to feel like they're accomplishing things as they go along. And they've had different struggles with the mental health, and all the diagnoses are a little different for everyone. But the main ones that a lot of our residents may have would be a schizoaffective disorder, bipolar, depression, post-traumatic stress. That probably is there's a lot of different variations of all those, but that's where a lot of them may struggle or are diagnosed coming into our program.
So Tina, talk a little bit about service planning. Like, what kinds of questions are you doing, and then what are the activities that you're trying to develop for people?
So when somebody first is admitted into a residence, we take about 30 days to get to learn them, and there is an assessment packet that we work with on them, with basic questions about all different areas of their life and their skill levels. And based off of that is where we begin with the restorative services. So if we see that somebody is asking or struggling maybe with budgeting, of course we're going to set up a budgeting service plan, and we're going to start at ground level with them, or meet them at their need, their level of need. So we'll develop those programs based on the assessment packet and what we're observing, as well as what they're saying that they need. Once that's developed, we begin working with them. The staff are required, and that's a big portion of our why we're there, to meet with them a minimum of 6 times a month, and work with them on those specific skills. And it's forever changing. You know, we want them to be able to attain that objective or that restorative service. And once they do, we step it up to another level and then get them to the point where, perfect, you're doing it great, you don't need this anymore. You've graduated from this one, let's create something else and begin to work on something else now. And it's a really good opportunity to have that one-on-one time also with the staff. And oftentimes, you know, we're learning more about them during those moments than we are in the actual living space.
Right. Yeah, I can certainly see that as well. How is it determined? Is it on you or just the intake about who's going to fit where, and what are the differences a little bit, and who makes sense here versus some of the other programs?
It's a collaborative.
Yeah.
It's a team, you know, between our agency psychiatrist and, you know, the administrators, the VPs. It's just intake. It's a team. They go through intake first. They're reviewed by the VP of housing, and as well as our psychiatrist, and then we're also, obviously being in the homes ourselves, then able to review everything, give our input. Then with me, and I don't want to speak for your program, they come out and view Canal View and see, because sometimes they walk, nope, this is not for me, you know. And the difference is, too, we're a shared bedroom. We're a 6-bedroom, 12-person facility, as opposed to Hanson House that's single. And sometimes they're just very adamant that they do not want to share a room, that they can't. Right. So then we would learn from that no, this is not going to be a proper fit for you. So once they come out for the interview, we all get usually on a Zoom and discuss it. We meet with that person again, so everybody can ask that person questions. They can ask us, and usually we're able to make a decision at that point, whether or not we feel that they would be a good fit for our resident, or, like I said, they can make that decision that they don't want to be there after seeing it.
Yep, and should mention there are some walkthrough videos that we have on the website as well. So if somebody's just curious, you know, is this generally something I should even consider? It's a pretty nice tool for us to be able to offer as well. And should also mention, probably for questions, just to call intake, right? So 716-285-3403, extension 2275 is our intake department, or you can go online at communitymissions.org as well, and there's a lot of information about all these different programs. So you have the one program, and then you the two. You guys are always looking for hiring as well, I assume, right?
Yeah, we're always looking. We're always expanding what we're doing with the programs, and so we're always looking for great people that fit our programs. And we're a great place to start careers, or some people are working part-time that might, you know, need a little extra supplement money. But like I mentioned earlier with our residents, it's, you know, it's a new beginning. Sometimes it's a new beginning for our staff as well. We have had a lot of people that start careers within community missions, or are, you know, developing, you know, those traits with school, or at any level. Some are just, you know, basic levels. We do a lot of training and development, and there's a lot of different levels that we have senior resident counselors that have a degree, and then we have resident aides that we train and develop how to work with our residents and do these services. And some, you know, we hire people that may just work on activities. We might have people that might work more in the med room. So there's all different levels that we work with, but we are always open to interviewing anyone that comes through our programs or applies. And again, that information is on our website as well. And we're looking always for great individuals to join our teams.
was going to say, what are a couple of words? What are you looking for? Compassionate, I would assume, would be one.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. But I always love to get the people that are looking for that change and not the everyday mundane, you go to work, you're going to be making this sandwich this way or working, on this line doing this, where it's the same thing. Because every day you walk in, and even for us, you have your day planned out, but it's not going that way. So a lot of times that excites people. They want that change. They don't want the everyday mundane, this is how it's going to be. Bring it on.
Yeah, and it's very satisfying. Everyone at the end of the day, at the end of the week, have made an impact. We're always looking for people that can make that positive impact within our program and our residents. That are, they don't have to have that certain level or skill level coming in, but if, they want to gain that knowledge and are showing that initiative, that's kind of what we're looking for, and we can develop and train from within then. And even our CEO started out as just an aide in a youth program, so everyone has an opportunity to grow and develop within community missions, and that's a great advantage of community missions is we have a lot of different entities and programs, and people may start out in ours and end up with pro reentry, rep housing, wherever it might be, but it's in the end run they're making a difference with people's lives in the Niagara County area.
Yep, absolutely. So communitymissions.org/jobs is where you can go and look at all the different hiring positions that we have, at least 20 or so right now on our website. And if you're looking for a change or maybe just a few extra dollars, working nights or weekends or something like that, we'd love to have a conversation with you over there. So thank you so much, Wayne and Tina, for discussing Canal View and the treatment apartment program and Hanson House, all valuable assets to the community, to the Niagara County community, and specifically for those battling with mental illness or substance abuse, etc. Want to mention a couple of other things as we talked about at the top of the show. A couple of giveaway days coming up at the end of the month. So on Wednesday, July 31st and August 1st on a Thursday, we're going to be giving away clothes and household items and lunch. And also on that first day, the 31st, we're going to be partnering with a pet resource center that's going to be doing microchips in your pets. So we encourage you to come out and take advantage of a free day there. Also on August 31st, the Niagara Path program is doing an End Overdose Community Day. So please stay tuned to our social media for more information about that. Circle your calendars for October 5th. We're going to be holding a meat raffle in North Tonawanda at the Socorro Post. And if you would consider some donations over the next month or so, things that we're really looking for at this point are clothes, specifically men's clothes, and for kids, diapers size 3T and up. Always looking for hygiene products and back to school type stuff. It's starting to get to that time. I hate to say it because the summer is getting away from us so quickly, those of us with kids. And also we have our pet pantry, and specifically their need is cat food at this time. So if you have a heart for any of those things, we would sure appreciate a donation, and you can give us a call at 716-285-3403 and find out more information about what we need and how you can get it to us. So thank you so much for joining us today on Community Link, and take care. We'll see you next time.